Well, if you haven't heard the news, heavyweight fighter from the UK, Dillian Whyte, is possibly facing a 4-year suspension for using steroids, for using performance-enhancing drugs. PEDs, y'all. PEDs. And you know what's so ironic about this? Dillian Whyte was calling out his own countryman, Anthony Joshua, calling out Joshua for possibly using PEDs, when in fact, now this is alleged, because the PED hasn't been named, whatever he's using or alleged to have used. You know, if it comes out that he is using PEDs, this will be the second time he's popped dirty. The second time. So y'all tell me about that, man. Y'all let me know about that. And the boxing world ain't playing, especially after the death of Maxim Dedashev. He just passed away 2 days ago from trauma that he endured in a fight. Trauma that he endured in a brawl. He died. So the boxing world ain't playing about that. That's why this suspension is as heavy as it is. If he's alleged to have, if he is found out to have used PEDs, right? And this is the thing too. People are upset because Deontay Wilder, he went in on Dillian Whyte. I mean, he went in on him on Instagram. And people like, you know what? The champ is too much. The champ, he went too far. I seen people say Deontay's a weird dude because he seems almost happy when guys get caught doing PEDs, and you know he's so harsh when he's talking, and you know he don't have no type of class when guys get into situations. He's always snapping and going off and all this and all that, right? Now look, I understand what y'all saying, but Dillian Whyte been talking crazy about Deontay for a while now, talking crazy about him. After he just won his last fight, he told Deontay to suck his nuts or whatever. I don't know, why would you tell another man to do that? I don't know. That's kind of weird. That's very, very weird to me. I don't know. But he did nonetheless, right? He been talking very disrespectful about Deontay. Very disrespectful. So do y'all expect Deontay to come out? And you can't, listen, everybody is not Tim Duncan. Everybody is not, let's take the high road. Everybody is not kumbaya, pounds and handshakes all the time. Deontay don't fool with him. He don't like Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte don't like him. And it's real. You can't give out a certain energy, right? And you can't, one person can't give out a certain energy and the world has to expect the other person to be bigger than that person then to respond with the same type of energy. No. Deontay matching the same energy he was giving him. And he going off even worse because you talking about telling the world I'm scared of you. You telling the world I'm scared of you. Eddie Hearn and them threatening to sue the WBC because y'all think y'all can beat me. Y'all think they can beat Deontay. And they thinking the WBC is not letting them fight and, you know, and not giving him his opportunity. And talking crazy, saying, Deontay, like you said, I'm scared of you and talking crazy about me. No, I'm finna go in on you, especially if you using PEDs, family. If you feel like you're not good enough, that you gotta cheat to become my mandatory. Now, Dillian Whyte was dropped in that fight against Oscar Rivas. He was dropped. And who's to say? If he wasn't on PEDs, I don't know whatever if he wasn't, allegedly he's on PEDs. If he's taking PEDs, right, and he got dropped, whatever PED he's using would have been able to aid him in getting up so quick and it seemed so, you know, not bothered by it, like it was just like it was nothing. He got up like it was nothing. So who's to say he would have got past Oscar Rivas if he wasn't, in fact, if he wasn't using steroids? And if Oscar Rivas dropped Dillian Whyte and you're allegedly using steroids, I don't know if that's going to help you against Deontay Wilder. Because Deontay coming with 2 cinder blocks at the end of his wrist, swinging for the fences and trying to get you out of there with all bad intentions. So nah. I think it would have been a great fight. I would have been excited to see it for sure, but I still would have had Deontay Wilder winning by KO. Still would have had him winning by KO. I said in the later rounds, but who knows? Deontay got that kind of power where he can get you out of there early. You saw what he did against Dominic Breazeale, and I'm not saying Dillian Whyte is Dominic Breazeale, but at the same time, listen, Oscar Rivas ain't Deontay Wilder. So, I don't know. But anyway, man, it's just crazy though, man. It's crazy because Eddie Hearn snapped off. He went off on Gerald Miller, Big Baby, when he got caught using 3 different PEDs, and it said, it make him sick to see somebody using PEDs, and he say people have died in the ring. People have died in the ring, and that's true. That's true, Eddie Hearn. We just seen a young man lose his life. But if your fighter Dillian Whyte has come to be using steroids, I need you to have that same energy. That same energy. KTSE, keep that same energy if with your guy. If it comes out that he's been using PEDs, you got to keep that same energy, player. For real. And, I'm not mad. Look, listen. Dillian Whyte been doing a lot of talking. So, I don't know. He got to come out and explain this. If it's found that he's using PEDs, he got to come in and he got to explain this for real. Well, he ain't got to explain. He got to face some consequences, though. And then I see that people have been saying that, you know what, Deontay Wilder got some nerve. His brother popped dirty, and he didn't say nothing about his brother. Well, I saw some weeks ago that an article saying, I didn't even read the article, but I saw something saying that Deontay Wilder's brother Marcellus was cleared of all of that, and he wasn't taking any performance-enhancing drugs. What did he possibly test positive for? Maybe it was some marijuana. Some recreational drug like marijuana. Who knows? And maybe that's the case with Dillian Whyte. I don't know. I haven't really dug into the reports. I'm talking about what I've been hearing and what's been circling around the boxing, the boxing news circuit about Dillian Whyte. But Marcellus was caught, I believe, using some recreational drug, I think like some weed or something like that. But it wasn't PEDs. So Deontay can voice his opinion. For sure. Even if his brother did, he still can voice his opinion. People would just look at it sideways like, if your brother was taking PEDs, you got to have the same energy with your brother that you do with everybody else. But it was found that Marcellus was not taking performance-enhancing drugs. So it's just funny to me, man. I don't know, man. Dillian Whyte is a character, boy. But all that talking he was doing about Deontay, talking crazy about Deontay, coming at him crazy, and all the fans alleging that Deontay is scared of Dillian Whyte. He don't want no parts of him, and he gonna lose that green strap. He get in there with Dillian Whyte and all of that. You sure it wasn't the other way around? You sure Dillian Whyte wasn't afraid to lose? Not only against Oscar Rivas, he's trying to use to get to the point to fight Deontay, but who's to say he wouldn't have been doing this using again when he fought Deontay? So is Deontay afraid of Dillian Whyte, or is Dillian Whyte afraid of Deontay? Y'all let me know. Y'all tell me. But yeah, man. And it's believed to have been more than one substance in Dillian's body. So he was, man. If we found out there's more than one substance, more than one PED, he was trying to suit up like Big Baby Miller. He was trying to suit up and pack on armor to protect himself from losing and also moving ahead. And if you ain't good enough to move ahead on your own, leave it alone, player. Rely on your own natural gifts to get you to the top. It's the only way it's going to work out in boxing. You're going to get found out. Sooner or later, if you're using PEDs, you're going to get found out. That's just how the game goes. But yeah, man, if you're not good enough to make it on your own, don't use the PEDs as a crutch. No, it's not. Nah, man. Nah. I don't feel that at all. And I ain't mad at Deontay at all for coming at Dillian Whyte like that. At all. Because if a man come telling me to suck his nuts and talking crazy about me all the time and all of that, he be talking crazy to Tyson Fury too. Him and Tyson Fury going back and forth and all that. Tyson Fury be talking crazy to him. I don't know, maybe it's their thing, but yeah, he didn't talk crazy about Deontay. So of course Deontay's gonna have that reaction. Everybody not Tim Duncan. Everybody ain't gonna take the high road all the time. People gonna go down to your level and get dirty with you and engage with you and see how you respond to it. Deontay didn't give a damn and said how he felt. And let me shout out the Bronze Bomber too, man. That man is a man of the people. I see him doing interviews with people in the LDBC, Blue Blood, Sports TV, Ticket TV, He get him interviews, man, and one interview he just did with Blue Blood Sports, it sounded like he was exhausted, tired, dog tired. But he still gave the interview to Blue Blood. Like, he fooled with them dudes, man. The champ seems accessible. I wrote something on his Instagram. He responded back in a nice little manner. He came and responded back. He responds back to the fans. He seems accessible. You can touch him. You can, when I say touch him, not just physically, but I mean like you can interact with him. He's willing to engage with you. I've heard people say they seen Deontay talking to strangers for about an hour, 30 minutes, just talking, having conversations with people, signing autographs, taking pictures with the fans, giving media media that's not major media, that's not ESPN, that's not I don't know, whatever big sports media there is. You ain't got to be ESPN or Fox Sports to talk to him. He'll talk to the guy just holding a camera phone. He'll talk to the guy just holding a regular camera. He'll give the conversation and give interviews to those individuals. And that is a true man of the people, which I respect. Because there's a lot of guys that's trying to get off the ground running with they pages. And it's hard to get them guys, the big guys, to do interviews with you because you're not established yet. You're not on that level yet. But Deontay seems to give interviews and talk to people from no matter where their status is in the interview game or whatever. He's going to talk to you. He's going to give you honest answers. He's going to give you candid answers. And he's going to seem like he's interested in doing the interview. You know, it's a lot of other fighters that don't give the access to young up-and-coming media people. They don't care to talk to them. They look down on them. They snuff their noses up at them. They hold their nose up in the air and go on about their business and go in the opposite direction when they see them coming. Not saying that every box. I'm not saying that Deontay doesn't have times when he doesn't talk to people, but more times I've seen Deontay give a lot of interviews to a lot of different sports media that are up and coming, man, and you gotta respect that. You gotta respect guys that go out of their way, even when they tired, to give interviews to people when they probably done a million interviews already. But look, I'm still gonna set aside time to talk to you, brother. You're a big fan of mine. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to talk to me, and we're gonna have a genuine conversation, back and forth banter, man. That's dope, man. But back to Dillian Whyte, man. I don't know, man. Dillian Whyte, like what, 31, 32, something like that. He can't afford a 4-year suspension. He gets suspended for 4 years. It's a wrap. It is done. Stick a fork in it. It is done. Not saying he can't come back and fight, but 4 years is a long time, and it's a long time in that age group. And who knows, man? Let's just see what's going to happen moving forward. Let's see what is the results of everything, and then we'll see how boxing handles the situation. Again, I believe they're trying to be a little bit more harsh because of what happened to Mad Max, Maxim Dedishev, when he passed away on Tuesday. So I don't know. We shall see. But it's just very, very ironic that, you know, Dillian Whyte was talking crazy about Wilder, about Deontay, calling out his own countryman and doing all of this and all of that, and he finds himself in a situation like this. But again, who knows? We gotta wait and see what comes out of it and come from that. But I'm talking as if it's clear that he's using, and if that is the case, that he is using PEDs, this is my exact message. This is how my exact thoughts about the whole situation. Machiavelli Meals TV. Peace.